Hello and welcome to an update on the dollar cuff. So we've got some springs, and as you can see they're teeny tiny, and these were meant to be the medium size for the Swiss Army knife. I don't know if you're allowed to say brands, but Victoria Necks or however you pronounce it. That's the medium and this is the small. So we need to modify them. And I'm going to admit that I've already modified them. So what I did is I cut, let's put it up into the big side. So cut the loop off, and I've taken this part back, right? So we now have a spring that is about that in size, right? Which fits nicely and hugs just like this. So now you can see that the spring is forcing the lever closed hard onto the locking dog, as it were, and exactly there as well you can see the spring. So now I'm in a bit of a quandary because I need a key, and I also need to lubricate this before I put the top cap on. And I want to put a grease in, but at the same time I don't want to put a grease in. So I'm thinking either CV Lithe, right, so a lithium based grease, or I go with a PTFE lubricant. And because it's levers and it's a huge rotation, it's not a small piece of the lock that turns, it's a huge chunk. I'm actually thinking PTFE might be best, but I just need to have a think. Whilst I'm having a think, I'm going to try and find a key. But there we are. So that's where we're at in a minute. Spring's done. Almost ready for the top cap to go back on. Just need to add some lubricant inside there because I don't really want to take this back off to then put the lubrication back in. So there we go. Okay, a couple more updates. We've got the springs in, and I've decided to go with dry PTFE. That should get in all the places and should provide lubrication. And more importantly, look what the postman brought me. We have a key. So that means that I can assemble it through, and I have checked it that it functions. It's not like a normal key where you do a full rotation. You have to do a 90-degree turn and then you pull the whole thing up. So that's where I'm gonna have an issue, because potentially I might not get this back in. So that could watch the whole lock explode. So yay. Right, so first things first, let's put a little bit of PTFE in the lock. Now this is a dry PTFE, so once it settles where it is, it'll evaporate clear. But it should allow everything to lube, and in theory I can just spray this through the keyway and the next time through, and it shouldn't gunk up. So just give that a couple of seconds to dry off. Right, now we need to get the top line to line this back up. Now I am going to have to tap this back in place, right, to get the moulding back over so it doesn't fall out. So is this the right way round, or is it this way round? No go on that one, so it has to be this way round. Let's line it up. Okay, it's looking good. Right, so I'm just going to use a soft, well, I say soft, rubber part of the screwdriver just to tap it in place. That seems to have fitted quite nicely. Now I've got a little bit of gap there, so I might need to actually tap that in with a hammer, but it seems to be in place and the springs haven't shot anywhere so far. And I don't know if anyone's noticed the deliberate mistake. I did this whilst it was in the locked condition, because obviously I'm the clever one. That might be a downside in a second. Right, but suppose we better do the first time with the key and see if we can get this to go. So round, feel it go in. So far so good. Right, that's it. And do I do, oh, look at that, it's open. So we can open it up. Now you would normally pull on the key, but I've only just tapped that in, so I don't really want to do that. So we've got this up, like so. We can then slide, like that. Oh, no, that's perfect. Right, so now in theory I should be able to take the key out, like this, right, and it should stay in the unlocked state, which it has, he says confidently. Something moved on the inside of that lock though. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Okay. It's not wanting to go back down. What's happened here? Okay, so we're going to have to try again with a key. Ah, okay. Whew. Close call. Right, so do I have to push this all the way over? Then I can take the key out? Then it's unlocked? Look at that, people. We're learning together. Right, so that's in the fully unlocked state. Right, which means that I can lift it up. This then locks it. I can't pull it. Take the key, put the key in, turn it, and then flick that. Then we're up. Oh yeah, there we are. We've now got a working solution. All I need to do now is tap this, and that will... Right, so let's just prove this theory. So, yeah, okay, cool. Right, one of the other things that I did learn when I was messing around trying to research this particular cuff is I found out what this is for. This wonderful little gem. Right, and it could be either a good thing or a bad thing depending on where you are. So imagine this set of keys is now a chain. Right, there you go. Over it goes, ta-da, and the chain goes trundling off. Right, and that's it. You've now converted this into a chain gang, or you've attached it to a wall. So yeah, that's what that bit's for. And obviously when this is locked, that stays attached. You can't get the chain back off. So that's what that is. So yes, super happy that I've discovered what that is. I'm going to show a picture from Super Michael. He was a active user on YouTube. His account's gone dormant now, but there's a picture just coming up onto the screen now, right, of his particular configuration, and you can see the chain in use on that one. So what do I need to do? I need to just tap this in with a punch. Right, which will obviously be a bit noisy. I don't want to deafen you guys, so I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll come back and we'll try the actual configuration of opening this using the key by pulling up. Yeah, okay, stand by. Okay, I've not been my usual aggressive self because I really don't want to hurt all my hard work that I've done, but we've got it currently in the unlocked state. So I suppose the first thing we need to do is we need to lock it. There we are, it's all locked up, and as you can see we've got full motion on the lever, the bit that was missing. So now we're locked and we can't pull this up. So we need to put the key in, need to turn it 90 degrees. We then need to release the lock, right, and then, moment of truth, pull on the key, and hopefully the lock will all stay intact and the body will open up and we can get the key. There we are, look at that. Whoa, yes! This is awesome. I'm so happy. Right, okay, there we go. Right, so yeah, and then it's key out. So once the key is out, right, this stays in the unlocked state until you give up and actually put it in the locked state. There we go, let's put that in there. And that, oh, that's awesome. That is a dollar handcuff with a working key. And it's all back together. So happy. This is amazing. Now I need to find a chain. Why is it always an ongoing I need to find? Maybe I should just stop and be happy with what I have, because this is awesome. Alright. Till the next daft project that I find. See you next time.